2030. And I think they're very serious about this because it's part of their grand economic plan. So if you can somehow get in on the action, whether it be renting, a unit, or Airbnb also offers Airbnb experiences. You could, offer a tour. You can offer the whole gamut of things.
Karaoke, biking.
Yeah, whatever, you name it, tennis lessons, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Basketball. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. One of my friends, she does yoga. She does yoga lessons, or she was doing yoga lessons, and she was doing ghost stories in her town. Yeah. And some people are doing stuff it's totally online. Others are doing it in person. And back to what you were saying about hosting, I've done both. I've done the situation you talked about where you're in the building and you're in the house and with your guests and talking to them and available for them. I've also done remote hosting, which is what I mostly do now. So I check emails and I email them, and I've got staff in the area in case there are any problems. And I check, basically I log onto a computer or my phone and I check for messages every time.
Yeah,
and then respond and make sure they've checked in okay. And tonight, a couple were checking in, and I checked on them, and they said, "Oh, by the way, can we stay another night?" So I said, "Sure." So I sent a request to Airbnb about them staying another night, and then they have to approve that. So you get these little tricks down as you do it.
But if you are sending a message to Airbnb in Japan, are you doing this in English or in Japanese?
I do everything in English, and there's a translation function, which is great. Yeah, it's really, I think it's one of the best translators out there now. Better than Google, and as good as or better than DeepL. Yeah, it's really, it may be made by DeepL, I'm not sure, but it's really good. Actually, the guest tonight, I'm not sure if he's Japanese or not. He's requested in English, so I'm just going back and forth in English with him.
So when you say remote hosting, it means that you are living in a different place, a different city, and the guests are checking into a different unit somewhere else. So you may never meet the hosts. You may never meet the guests face to face.
That's right. Yeah. Actually, now I usually don't meet them face to face. Yeah. Before I did all the time, but now I don't. I think for me, that's what suits me. I do enjoy talking to guests when we get together, and I've learned so much.
Yeah.
But as you know, I'm also teaching university, which people are in a job. So I think I want to do this long term.
Okay.
And to prevent my own burnout, I think this is the way I want to do it. I think if I had to be in the house all the time, I don't think I could do it for 7 years. Not that I don't love guests. I love you, but please keep coming.
Okay.
And I'll come see you if you want me to.
I have another couple questions for you.
Right.
So would you say then that the type of people who are successful with Airbnb are the type of people who are interested in real estate, or they're people, or or they're more business savvy, or maybe it's a kind of a holy triangle, a triad.
Yeah, I would say all of those people you mentioned.
The aspects.
Yeah, but especially the people. And the people, the people who like people are the loveliest people. Oh, sorry. They of course maybe want to host in person. But I think, I love people. I know you do too. But you've got to think about being with people all the time, and could you handle that long term? Maybe you could. I don't know.
Just the idea of doing the remote hosting, I think is a wonderful opportunity, because maybe for most people, if you are busy working from a 9-to-5 job and then you're able to leverage your time and energy, then there you go.
That's what I love. I spend, once it's all set up, I've got my staff, and we communicate by line message. We've got two different line message groups. And of course, I can message them individually too. I spend minutes a day on this business. And I've, not during COVID, but during good times, I've made a 5-figure income easily from this business with two guest houses, not in a major tourist area, but near a major tourist area. So if you're in a major tourist area, I think you can do a lot better than I am doing.
The property is in the center of town, so it's in the main area,
right?
Tourist area. So all the other Airbnb apartments are all basically sold out.
Oh, okay.
So
well, that's great. Yeah, that sounds. I envy you. Yeah, sounds like a great area.
Yeah, ranging from $300 a night down to $100 a night.
Wow. Okay.
So it's just quite a
that's great. Our area is a little bit off the beaten path, so I can't charge so much. So it's a bit of a we're not in the best situation, but yet we're making income. So I think again it shows you that there's potential.
There's potential.
Yeah.
Oh, so what type of advice would you give to someone in terms of putting a team together? Because when you say a team, you don't necessarily need an accountant. You just need a cleaner or a handy person,
right,
to fix things. When you say team? What
do I mean? Yeah. People you can trust because they're going to be in your house. I assume maybe you can have mail delivered to your place still. I'm not sure, but you want people that you can trust.
Yeah.
Actually, I would limit how much mail is coming to your place as well, because while most guests are fine and good people, there's a bit of a risk with mail and all that, your personal information going there. Good, reliable, trustworthy people. If you're gonna hire cleaners, people who are good with that. I've mostly hired homemakers because Japanese homemakers are very good at taking care of the house and cleaning. 2 or 3 of my staff have previous hotel experience. That's not absolutely necessary. Often their experience wasn't, cleaning. It was more at the front desk or whatever. But people who are good with people who are a bit flexible with people from other countries, because you're getting people from all over the world. Preferably people who can speak, a couple of languages, in our case, Japanese and English, hopefully. But at this moment, only one of my staff would be fluent at English other than myself. But with the messaging app, if you're going to host from remotely like I do, it doesn't matter so much because of the translation function. Communicating with guests is fairly easy because of the translation function at Airbnb.